Proverbs chapter 1 verse 8 advises, "My son, hear the instruction of your father, and do not forsake the law of your mother." This verse opens up a discourse on the importance of parental guidance and the value of heeding the wisdom passed down through generations within a family. It underscores a recurring theme within the wisdom literature of the Bible, the importance of family as a foundational institution for the transmission of moral and practical knowledge. The phrase, "my son," is a tender address, indicating a close personal relationship between the speaker and the recipient of the advice. It sets a tone of loving concern, typical of the way wisdom literature often frames advice as coming from a parent to a child, emphasizing the trust and affection that should ideally characterize such relationships. The instruction of your father refers to the teachings or guidance offered by one's father. In the ancient world, and indeed in many cultures today, the father's role includes teaching his children how to navigate the complexities of life, instilling values and principles that will guide them into adulthood. The instruction mentioned here is not merely practical advice, but encompasses moral education and spiritual guidance. Similarly, the law of your mother is not about legal statutes, but rather about the teachings and precepts imparted by a mother. Mothers, who often are the primary caregivers, play a crucial role in shaping the character and values of their children. Their law includes the daily lessons conveyed through words and actions, the habits formed by routine, and the emotional and spiritual nurture that underpins a child's development. The command to not forsake these teachings is powerful. It implies that these instructions and laws are not only to be heard, but to be continuously remembered and followed. This admonition recognizes the natural human tendency to drift away from early teachings as one grows into independence. The verse, therefore, calls for a deliberate commitment to retain and respect the wisdom of one's parents. This instruction highlights a broader biblical principle that values the role of the family as the first school of wisdom. In a time when societal structures and values are rapidly changing, the enduring nature of familial instruction offers a mooring point that is both stabilizing and formative. It suggests that wisdom does not start in the public square, but in the home, through the consistent and loving instruction of a child by their parents. Moreover, this verse is not merely an admonition for the young, but a reminder to all ages of the importance of foundational teachings received in one's early years. It encourages an ongoing appreciation for and adherence to the wisdom that has been handed down, recognizing that such wisdom forms the bedrock of a well-lived life. In today's context, this verse challenges modern notions of independence and self-reliance, suggesting that true wisdom often relies on our connections to others, particularly our families. It calls into question the popular pursuit of novel ideas at the expense of time-tested truths, reminding us of the value of intergenerational wisdom and the importance of family bonds. It also serves as a guide for parents in the modern era, emphasizing their responsibility to provide not just for the physical needs of their children, but also for their moral and spiritual education. It encourages parents to be deliberate in instruction, knowing that their efforts lay the groundwork for their children's futures. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 8 encapsulates the biblical worldview that values the family as a central institution for the cultivation of wisdom and character. It calls each generation to heed the wisdom of the previous one and to pass that wisdom faithfully to the next. This continuity of wisdom not only nurtures individual character and virtue, but also weaves the fabric of a stable and flourishing society. By adhering to the teachings of our parents, we not only honor them, but also build a solid foundation for wise living and effective leadership in our own lives.